Let's just do something like this. Keep it easy. There we go. Talk about those setups. All those crazy setups that I do. Let's do something like this. Sure. Let's see if I can get a perfect clear here. This does not make a perfect clear, sadly. Does not. I'll go here. Oh, that's not what I wanted, but that's fine. We'll do something like that. Something like that. Yeah. And then probably just clear this out. But, you know, if we make a T-spin while we're at it, who's gonna stop us? Let's do something like this. I should have saved that Tetris for later. Ooh. Getting text messages. Some spikage. I don't want that. Take it back. Yeah, I gotta move away from the Tetris game. Not as much my style. More the perfect clear kind of guy. Or the T-spin kind of guy, I should say. Let's do another setup. Oh, that's not gonna work. You know what? We'll do that one. There was another one I was gonna do, but get that in there, get that in there, get that in there, get that in there, get that in there. Ooh. You know, what you gotta learn You got to learn how to do combos. Combos are really easy. Let's see if I beat you up with combos, how you're gonna feel about that. Yeah. This should be fine. But, I mean, when you can go all the way, why would you not? That was rude. I shouldn't do that. But I'll do the other rude thing now. Oh no, I had it too. Yeah, I definitely had it. I'm just so slow. Let's do that. I think it's safer. There we go. See if I can prove myself that it wasn't a fluke. Seems like it might be a fluke. Oh, I think I had it, actually. I shouldn't have done that. I should have absorbed that. Well, now I have a chance for another perfect clear, I guess, but... Let's see. This is not the way. That'll help me out a little bit. I shouldn't have got away with that. My board was garbage. Let's try to do something that was not worth it. Sure. No. That's not gonna work. Let's do... You know what? I just need to get down. Get down, get down, get down. Get down tonight, baby. Please just let me clear that side out so I can get down here. And sure. I don't want that. Take it back. I gotta be better at looking over at other people. Something I hadn't yet picked up yet. Oh, I'm gonna do that. That's not a good idea. Don't do it, Bryan. Let's just clear it out. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I hate this start, man. It's okay. Sadly isn't it, but if we do this, it can be. And then that's fine. I'm seeing another T-spin setup coming my way. Let's do it. I do not want that. Don't have enough space for that. Stop it. Alright, there we go. Oh, that was not what I wanted. That's gonna hurt me. Yeah. They're definitely warming up a little bit. And that's good. I keep always trying to do this. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. Oh! Oh, you hate to see that. Are you kidding me? I don't want that. I'd rather have this. Let's do... You know what? Let's clear it out. I don't like it. Something easy. I gotta get more of what I want. I'm doing like nothing. It's been way too long. Let's see. Something like this could work though. Oh, baby, you love to see it. Let's see. I don't like it. I do like this. Oh, but that's gonna ruin my everything. Ugh. Worst placement for that of all time. And then I could... Oh, I want to get greedy. But should I? Yeah. Oh, I can't, though. They're not giving me the pieces that I need. I need to play better. And stop not playing better. We'll just do this. Give me a Tetris. And then something like this. T-spin. T-spin again. Alright, let me see if I can do a King Crimson. Oh, this isn't the setup for King Crimson, but it should be fine. That's the setup for King Crimson, though. Alright, let's see if they'll let me get away with it. They died too quickly for King Crimson. Oh! This is another classic. I'll do that. I need... Let's do this, and then I'll do this. This fixes my problems that I was having. They did good to get out of that. Oh, that's not gonna help. We'll keep that for now, because I think, yeah, like it should be something. We'll put this in here first, and then this will be 2. I don't remember how to do Godspin off the top of my head, though. Would be funny, yeah. But King Crimson all day, though. Sure. Yeah, we gotta risk some of this stuff. Nope, can't take that. The King of Crimson strikes again. Doing all the T-spin moves that nobody has seen in years. Oh baby, it's always King Crimson. Oh, that was the piece I needed though. That's okay. dude. Switch to Puyo? Maybe. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to send that. Wish they had a way to say you want to switch to Puyo. Hmm. Oh no. They have appeared to have disappeared forever. That's okay. Oh, there they are. Here. I think if I... Let's see. Okay. Each link can only be used once, so here you go. Here's your specialty link. Grab it before it's too late. Yeah, I mean, my name is Mr. T-spin. If you click it, it adds me. You can add me as a friend on Steam. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like you might be okay. You know, actually, I would love to see you guys play, but I don't think Mere Power has this game. I was doing all sorts of chicanery against you. You know, I had a back-to-back perfect clear, but I was too slow, and I was so sad about it. Total scrun right there. Yeah, I do think she would beat you, Tom. And I do think she would beat Morgan as well. Morgan is better than you, Tom, but I don't think she's as good as the avocado girl. Yeah, and I get that too. I was messing up a lot too, but I was making it work. That's a good one. Do you want to try to play Puyo or no? I was thinking we could try Puyo too. I always want to play people in Puyo, but like, in Puyo I do use the controller for. But everybody only plays on Switch, and I don't want to. I don't have a capture card right now. I have one somewhere in the house, but I can't figure out where it is. And I got laid off recently, so I'm not going to buy one. Now, if it was board games, yeah. I mean, I feel like if it was competitive drop duchy, I feel like you guys would have a good match. Oh, not online. But yeah, I mean, if you can't do like a 10 chain, then it's gonna be hard. Endless Puyos. They can always just try to like poke people to death. It's been a while. Oh gosh. Yellow here. Oh, well, alright. It's eating my inputs too, which is not helping. You know what? We'll fix that problem right there. And then this should go here before I don't give myself the opportunity to put it there. And red there. And then I can fix the problem with the reds here. And then, there we go. Oh no, I went the wrong way. It worked really well that way. That wasn't the intended strat. The intended way I wanted it to go. No, I can't remember. You know, a lot of times if it felt like it was taking a long time for me to do anything, it was because I was setting up something just ridiculous. Because oh. Alright, I might go back to my keyboard. It's being really dumb. It's like, I don't know what, it was being so dumb. Like, it was like trying to use the mouse or something dumb. Alright, let's use the keyboard. Oh jeez, it's so weird using the mouse with this game, in my opinion. Okay, well that wasn't what I wanted to do, but it's what we did. Oh jeez, everything just feels so gross on the keyboard for this game. But let's do something like that. It's crazy that you have a friend that plays Puyo. It's very rare. There we go. I need a blue here and a blue on the other spot too. Blue me. And there we go. I think this should be okay. Oh, I messed up the greens. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Dude, it would have been a 13. Yeah, sorry. You gotta find someone better than me. Someone more fit for your style. Green, yellow, 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 red. Yeah. It's a spicy one to do it that way, but I feel like I could play this a while, but I don't feel like people will enjoy it as much as if I played something else. But I think if I played against people, people might enjoy it, but... Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so bad today. I was reading the comments and just thought I had the chain together. But, no. I mean, I saw you get a 7-chain mirror power. I've seen you do it. I mean, it might have been a fluke, but you did do it. It's a fluke that you did pull off. Green, yellow, green, and then 2 greens over there, but it's not going to work that way. I need to put some more blues to make it okay. Okay. More blues over here. Yeah. And then we can add our greens, finally. And then I probably want to clear that junk out. Let's see. That will pop. I want to pop this. Okay, so now that chain, the greens will connect at the end. Put those over there. Do some reds here. Oh, okay. I guess we're doing that. Which is fine, too. Oh, there we go. And then I could do, like, some greens here. And then a yellow. Yeah. Oh, the red's cut? Yeah, the red's cut. Oh, well, that cuts, too. Oh, jeez. And now it looks squished to me for some reason. You know what? We'll cut it all up, and that way this can work. That's not gonna work. How do I want to do this? That actually does work, technically, just not really well. But it does work. Oh, you know, let's just send this. Get this thing out of here. Get me back to something that's way more readable. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Okay. I'm just gonna clear it out. You know, I was gonna say there's some starts that you should definitely know, Avocado Girl, that are like really easy to just kind of like to kick in T-spins. Like one that's really easy, I feel like, is where you put an L in the corner and then you put the eyepiece right there. And then you can either create the T shape with this or the other piece. It's better with the flat side like that. And then you can just put this wherever and the square there. And you always get all 7 pieces in a row. So if you get the line piece early, you could always do that setup. In addition, if you do stupid stuff, you could do this too. But I wouldn't recommend doing this. But it's really funny. Let's see. Yeah. I have to put that there. There we go. But then you can get like a billion T-spins this way. See, and it's just T-spins on T-spins on T-spins, but this setup is not as good. The first setup is good. So see, there's an early line piece again. So, as I said, you have line piece, and then whatever side. So this one, I have it faced this way, so this would be the T-spin setup. And you could have it in the first 7 pieces every time. Every time there's an early line piece, I should say. So this time there's not an early line piece. So it'd be a little bit trickier to pull it off. I think you could still do it with this setup if you go like this. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. And then the other thing, man, this is the setup you want to see for doing T-spins. Is you have something like this, and there you go. But I was gonna say you could also do perfect clear setups, and they look something like this, and where you usually have that line piece too that you can use however you want to. And then, but basically, if you have it set up like that, you can make it so that you get a lot of chances at perfect clear. And then, if you're really good, you can try to do it again, but it's hard. It's so tricky. But sometimes, you do just get it again. Oh, thank you for the subscription, or the follow, or whatever it's called. Oh, well, that's not going to do it. Yeah, you know, but you don't have to, because you know you'll always get the same 7 pieces, like, immediately. So, like, here, you know, like, you can always, like, expect to get the same set of 7 pieces every single time. I almost, like I said, I had the setup to do 2 perfect clears back to back against you, but I was just too slow. But yeah, I mean, you could set up all 7 pieces to do this perfect clear setup. And then, you know, if you got your pieces right, I thought I had it the other way. I should have used the other piece. But you would have a perfect clear if you had that T piece. But every single time you can set up your pieces to have that shape. So like, this is like the worst orientation to get those. But let me see. So if you have, yeah, you don't want to get the O early. It's usually better to have the O tucked in between the L and the J. But then if you have this setup, like, you always will have this setup, and you can do perfect clears like every time with it, basically. It's not every time, but it's pretty much every time. Like, I think right here, this one is like this. But you could set up to have the same kind of like piece situation. I mean, if they send something, then you can't get a second one. But every single time, if you set up where you have it, where you tuck in this O, you can usually put this line piece vertical, but sometimes you can put it horizontal too to get even more. But see, you'll have this setup, and this often gives you the perfect clear. Though I think in this case, it did not, unless I'm silly. But it often gives you a perfect clear setup. And if nothing else, you can always go back into doing Tetrises on T-spins. Oh, I remembered what I was going to say. what's way easier for you to learn than anything else is you should learn combos. Now, people will say not to, but, you know, like, you should really at least know that you can very easily, instead of making a 1-line gap on the side, you can make a 2-line gap on the side. And you'll see I'll just decimate this fool. Doing combos. And you'll be able to beat people like at very high levels with this, but people find it to be kind of scummy to do it because it uses less like skill, especially like to do like 4-wides. Now you want to be careful about not being topped out, but basically you throw all your pieces in here. And see? Now, it's better if you get really risky with it. And so you could do it with a 2-wide, but you can also do it with a 4-wide too. And it's even better if you do it in the center, because then if you do it in the center, like people can't be sending you all sorts of stuff. So like you'll see this guy might send me some stuff, but it won't matter at all. But like I said, people don't like it when you do this, and people don't like it when I teach people this because they find it to be kind of scummy. And it can be tricky to do like all the way up here, but I mean, if you do, yeah, but you could send 1 line at a time like this. And it does like just a ton of damage. Yeah, I mean, and like I said, the combo strat is really good, but it's also like I said, kind of scummy to people. It's way better if you do it in the center too. Let's see here. I don't want this. There we go. You can get super greedy with it. There we go. Oh, well that's... You don't want to see a square there. But we'll make it work. I don't want to clear it out like that. Oh, I should have used the S piece. But we'll make it work from here though. And it's hard to do 4-wide because of situations like this where I can, if I clear this, like it doesn't work out. But if you get better at it, like I haven't done it in a long time, but you can do this forever if you know what you're doing. I'm gonna do a T-spin here. So it doesn't matter because I just cleared it anyway. Yeah, I mean, the greedier you are with your 4-wide setups, the better you'll be for sure. Oh, dang it, wrong order. Bloop. Put that guy in there. Let's see. How do I want to do with this guy? I'll just put him here. And Actually, I'd prefer to just do this. And then something like that. There we go. And if you start getting out of control, you try to make it back to being on one side. And you might be tempted to put that Tetris in there, but it's actually would ruin your combo if you did that. So try not to ruin your combo. But oh, there's a bunch of weirdness you can do with T-spins. I was trying to do one thing with T-spins against you, but it's been a very, very long time since I've done it. I'm trying to remember. It would be so hard for me to just do it out of the fly, but it would be so cool if I could. Trying to remember it. It's very hard, though. I might have to look it up to do it. No, I need... It's something like... line piece. It's... Oh, that messed it up. Trying to remember. I don't want to have to look it up, but I might, because it's hard to remember exactly how to do it. I feel like it's something like this. Hold on to that. I know you gotta put 2 T's over there. There's the second T. Okay, we don't want to use that. We want to use this, but no, this is where it gets spicy. How do I do it? Man, it's been so long since I've done this. Oh, you have to, I'm gonna have to look it up. Let me see. It's been way too long for me to just have that by memory. How to do the God spin setup. But it's definitely how you troll all over people. Okay. There we go. I should be able to do it with having it right next to me. Let me see. Do I want that one or the other one? I feel like I usually did better with trying to set it up the other way. I'll do this one. Okay. Oh, that's the part I messed up. Okay. With S's and oranges, we go this way. Actually, I don't know if we can do it with those sets. Early I. We can just set on the side. Put it over here. I need J and S. Something like this, 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 this. And then this here. Yeah. I'm doing it mirrored of the one that's on there, so it might take me a little bit. And I need another eyepiece. So this can go here, yeah. And that is very vital that it does go there. Eyepiece. And then here. Yeah, I think I got it. Oh, jeez, please don't send me a Tetris right now. Yeah, and then you do... Oh, and then... Was it... You did something like... Is it... Oh, dang it. I tried to do, like I said, this God spin, but it's really tricky to do. And I couldn't remember how to do it, which was not helping. Do I want this one? I think I want this here. Oh, they're not good pieces. Okay. I would like to use this, but I don't want to also. Ugh, they all seem bad. Oh, actually, I could slide this T in here. Makes it work. Okay. Yes. This is correct. And then I need this. And then I need to clear that line out if they're ever going to let me have a chance to. Alright. That's T-spin double. And then that's a T-spin double. And then that's a T-spin triple. But I was trying to do that, but it was very, very tricky for me to remember how to do it. I'm also thinking about doing this unnecessary T-spin at the top, but nah, let's not. Okay. Thought you're supposed to be the AI, man. Alright, well, that's fine too, I guess. T-spin again, T-spin again, T-spin again. Okay. Yeah, the tuck is very important in doing the God spin. You have to do it. Let me see. It's been a long time since I've done this setup too. What is it? Oh yeah, this. The flamingo. All of the T-spins that are not on the ground are named after birds. And that one is very wonky because you do it when you have a bunch of S pieces at the beginning. And it's one of the ways that you can kind of deal with it. And then this is also another easy setup, is just boop. Oh, well, and then you spin it in there. Yeah, the albatross. I'm trying to remember how to do the albatross, but I didn't really like the albatross as much. It was a little bit tricky and not as necessary, so I never really learned it too much. This is gonna ruin my... Though I feel like, you know what, this might be like the albatross. Is... What was it? Let me see. I mean, this is albatross-like. I mean, it might be another bird. Who knows? And then whenever you have this little dot at the bottom like this, you could easily just put two pieces like that, and then it becomes a T-spin triple. And then if there was a little dot that appeared right on that spot where the green would be pointing, if I put this down, that would make it another T-spin double too. Let's see. Let me see. Do I want to get this? Probably not. But a lot of times if you just see the T shape, you could just kind of like put a cap on it and then you're done. See here, there's a T shape already there, so I'll just put a cap on it, and boom, it's a T. The perfect shape. And look at that, another T shape. We put a cap on it, and boom, we're good to go. You haven't heard of the flamingo in Tetris? I mean, you gotta know the flamingo. But there's all sorts of stupid setups that you can do. And you can kind of make your own setups too. Like whatever this is. Since it's a flying T-spin, it would have to be called something crazy. Oh, and you gotta love that little dot in the middle. Because that means that you can do this. And really stomp on them with that move. They'll never see it coming. Slide it right in there. But even this, when you see 3 open gaps, guess what? That's another T-spin setup. Boom. In fact, it's not 1, but it is 2 T-spin setups stacked on top of each other. And so yeah, you want to do that if you can. And I want this other T-spin, so I'm trying not to clear the line, which is probably not smart. Hey, there we go. Yeah, now that thing is gonna be in the way. It definitely won't mess me up. Yeah, the spinning around the dot, it's a vital strategy. Vital strategy. So vital, I'm gonna clip it so that way people can learn about it. I didn't mean to place that block there. I'm just making it free-flowing T-spins out of my whatever. But if you start learning the setups to do like the setups from the like the start, then you can have stuff that's like already, you kind of have like some ideas of shapes that make T-spins happen, and it helps you kind of get like the flow of like understanding how to just accidentally ruin people's life. You died so fast. You died so young. But this one is, I would definitely learn this one. This one's called the TKI. I don't know why it's called that, but it's probably named after some Japanese dude, like most things. Most things in the puzzle gaming world. That saddens me. But you know what? We'll make it work. We'll make it work. How do I want to make it work? You know, I'm gonna make it work like this. And then I think I can just kind of go. I'll set up, so seeing this setup down there below, see how like if that line was cleared, it would make a T-spin setup? That's like another kind of idea concept, is kind of like having these like ghost setups of T-spins as well. And, you know, even doing stuff that's kind of silly, just so you get another extra piece. Man, I'm just misdropping all over the place. But, yeah, and then, you know what, we'll do this. Let's see here. T-spin, the classic. Let's see. When you see staircases, you know, you might not know it, but that also is a T-spin setup. But I needed a green S piece, and the game said you will never have a green S piece. So, and look at that. You see how it's a T shape? So you know what we got to do? We got to cap it. So we take and we cap it. Boom, and it's a T-spin. And even like when you do stuff like this, you're like, it's almost a T-spin. So maybe, you know, if we start messing with it, finagling it, it'll become a T-spin. Oh, well, they didn't give me a chance. But I think to first kind of gather your thoughts about T-spins is first you don't want this start. This start means that you can't do what I was about to show you. But if you have an early line piece, and just like this where you have no line pieces for the next 5 pieces, if you have an early line piece, then you could do this setup here. And this setup is very universally known as TKI. And not only is it good for that, but lots of people have different things that they do after the T-spin setup. I like to always do King Crimson after it, though it's definitely not what you should do and is not recommended by anybody ever, unless you're just trying to mess with people. But I love it so much that I just do it regardless, no matter how serious the battle is, just because I love it. It looks so beautiful. And then when you get people on it, it feels so good. The avocado kayak spin, yeah. But here's a really, really easy T-spin setup that you might not have ever seen before. That's it. That's the whole setup. Now, you just build around it to make the setup. You just put that L piece in backwards. And if you ever get it filled out like that, then you just throw your T in there. And boom, that's a T-spin. And it's not only one T-spin, but it's 2 T-spins. And then you can go back to Tetrises too if you want. It's probably not a good idea to put that red piece there, but... And you can always misdrop. That's always something that you can do. Alright, let's get out of here. But you could set up T-spins too with, like, if you have like this side on the side, you can feel free to just cover over it and fill other stuff. A lot of people like to do that with the red piece like this, and then you can just build a T-spin up there. And these pieces kind of suck, but I can make it work. They just gotta give me, man, bad order for sure. But whatever. I'm sure it's worth it somewhere. Yeah, I mean, so a lot of really good T-spin setups have you start where you have this kind of gap on the third column, right? Where like this line of 3 pieces would be. You want it on the third column over. Helps you have Tetrises and T-spins frequently. So, oh, it's not very happy about where that went, but so like, I'm just kind of like off the cuff here, just building with the idea that I want this space on the third column to be empty. And you'll see that it just magically makes T-spin and Tetris setups like crazy. So, like, it doesn't have, you don't have to be too crazy with it. But, I mean, you could do this and do a T-spin triple, or you can, if this piece wasn't here, that would be a T-spin double too. But since he sent me stuff, I'll just make it into a Tetris. And you can literally just go and do it forever as long as they never send you any lines. And you can see here, it's both a Tetris setup and it's a T-spin setup. So the third line, the best places to have empty gaps are the third line is king. then next would be the side. And you could do it from the side too. It's just a little trickier. Oh. But again, you want to keep in mind that idea of using the S or Z piece to make it happen. In this case, I'll probably do this. Just like the worst types of pieces. But and that, like, I'm forcing it really hard, so it's kind of like not working great. But you can make it work. And then, like, one of the things that when I was starting I was very nervous about was just like building up like garbage. But it's like, you should, if you get better at clearing out the garbage, it doesn't really matter. And you see I went back to the well on the third line. Third line is so nice. Yeah, third line it's nice and easy. It just works. And I don't think you have to even be that like crazy to see how you can make it work. So like here, I would always do something where I try to go for either perfect clear or I try to get like something else. But the TKI goes right into third line really easily. And let's see, we'll do this. Another thing that you can do is you can time when you send your lines. So like there, so instead of clearing this Tetris out, because I don't want him to, I don't want to absorb this, or I don't want that to be absorbed in the damage, is I tank the damage and then use the Tetris. You'll see advanced players do that. I'm still not really great at doing that, to be honest. But that does save your game a lot. So here, I've created this little T-spin setup here. I don't know if it'll be worth it, but you know, if you see something and it makes sense to you to go for it, you know, you just do whatever works. You know, there's definitely optimal ways to play, but like that takes all the fun out of Tetris. It's kind of like why I stopped playing. It's just because people would just be all about that, and it just like got boring. But yeah. Yes, you don't, canceling out the damage can be good if it's going to top you out, but you don't want to cancel out the damage if like you're at the bottom of the screen. You know what I mean? Like, so here I'm going to kill this guy here. And you know, I'm just going to set up some 3-line stuff since we were looking at that earlier. And he is setting up what looks like a Tetris. Right now I can send stuff because he doesn't have the Tetris lined up yet, but he's gonna have it soon enough. And I'll send him this now, and then so now he's gonna do a Tetris and I will absorb it, and so I can kill him. So, oh man, he almost came back from that. But because I absorbed the Tetris, like I had a lot of space to absorb it, so I didn't really care. I absorbed the Tetris so that he could just die. Because if I did it right then, it would have canceled out his damage, but I don't care. I could tank his damage and then just kill him. But yeah, I mean, if he did a Tetris and then I did a Tetris, it would just cancel itself out. And if you're like ahead of him, you don't want to cancel it out. You want to just be all offense. But and honestly, I feel like if I just followed my own advice about doing the 3-way, well, I'd probably be better. But like, I also just like, I don't know. I like doing all the fun, crazy stuff. And let's see here. So see how I have this kind of T shape over here? What would fill this out to make it a T is I need the L over on the side. So there, and it's a T now. You want to try to figure out how you can make the T shape. And you know, if they give you a bunch of the same stuff and you can just stack it vertically really quickly, and that's fine too. Thinking of ideas of doing a T-spin there, but and sure, you know, why not? We'll do it. Yeah, so like if they send me like for example, I was thinking of doing another setup, but I don't think it's good. I'll just do what we were doing before. Make it obvious. Oh, not like that. Let me see. Man, I keep wanting to do other weird stuff, but this shape though, these three pieces, it's a keeper. It's a keeper. You get it, you get lines out faster than anything else. It's a really great way to counter people that do perfect clears too. And of course now I'm like, let's do all sorts of weird stuff. But yeah, so oh geez. I don't want this. I like this. So here I'm low at the bottom, and so he sends me stuff, and that's one like idea. But like, and I can counter his stuff. Like, I mean, he's gonna take a long time to build that Tetris up. I might have to wait till the next game, but yeah, let's hurry him up a little bit. So see, he's canceling stuff out because he doesn't want to die, but I'm nowhere near death yet. So like, is it really like a big deal if I tank some of the damage? No. Because then I can start sending him more stuff. But, like, if he sends me stuff, and then I do a Tetris, then I'll just cancel out the stuff and won't send him anything. Oh. Weird flamingo. You don't want to see weird flamingo. How can I weird flamingo this? Ooh, no, I don't like that. How do I'm trying to remember what I do in that situation, but I don't remember. I feel like maybe something like this. But I used a TP, so it's definitely not the correct way to do it. Let's see. We'll just get rid of this stuff. Give me a T-spin. Build me up another T-spin. I should put this one first. Okay, you said, is it better to do it on the left side or the right side? It's best to do it in the middle. The left or right, it doesn't matter. It's just preference. But if you're gonna do some sort of center thing, you should try to do like is this a perfect clear? It is a perfect clear. That's funny. But I wasn't even trying to do a perfect clear first. But that's a weird way to do it. But hey, you know, it works. But yeah, if you do it in the center, what's nice about the center is you can get higher and more greedy. So, fine. We'll do this first. But so, like, he could send me stuff, and I could just keep getting more and more greedy. But that's about as greedy as I can get. He can keep sending me stuff like... So even if I put this here, and he gets his Tetris that he's trying really hard to get, like, he could send that to me, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me. Because it's in the center. If you had it on the side, I would die. So that's why it's good to do it in the center. T-spin mini reduction. I don't know what he's saying there. But, I mean... yeah, I mean, trying to do the center is good because then, like, stuff can come at you and you have a gap for all the pieces. The line piece will actually kill you the most, but if you have the center 4 wide, then it won't kill you. So, and you say you might not be comfortable doing center, but side 4 wide still is great. In addition, what you can do is you can kind of have like a setup where you kind of like build up some parts of the side. Like you can do what I call like a dirty combo setup. And that way, like, you can kind of get away with stuff. So, like, this piece, you can throw it in there. And, you know, you just keep throwing stuff onto the side here. And I'm going to do this one because it works better with my pieces. But, oh, I did rotate it. I did. I promise you. But, and you could just force it to work. Let me see. So this is when there's a stair shape. This is the S setup that I was talking about to make the T-spin there. But let's get this over here. They're just not gonna give me that line piece fast enough, though. Gonna need 2 of them. But if you can get, like, what can be helpful to even just bump up doing 2 wide just a tiny bit more is to do something like this, where you're, you know, and it doesn't have to be, like, perfect. Like, I had it much more dirty on the first one. But if you have some setup like this, where, you know, you can just start putting stuff away over here. And let's see, how do I want to do this one? I feel like I should have used the other piece, but that's fine. The red Z would be perfect, but it's a little late. But if you have stuff set up, you can still get like a combo, and it's a little bit easier to pull off. But depending on how much greed you put into it, like, so here, now it's more of like a 3 wide, 2 wide kind of situation. And you could just do whatever is, like, makes you the most comfortable. And It doesn't really matter what it looks like. You can just fill in the gaps. Do I want this one? I think I want it rotated. Well, whatever. Yeah, but you can have it like scale up. That way you can kind of like take in more pieces, if that makes sense. So like I said, you could start it where it starts as a 2 wide and then gradually becomes less 2 wide as I'm making only 2 wide all the way up. But oh man, that misdrop is, yeah, it's gonna ruin the example. So yeah, like you could start where it's just a 2 wide and then get it bigger gradually. Let's do something maybe like this. And then it's still very safe. And like I said, you can make it as dirty as you want. Or as clean as you want. But then it's still like... okay. Can't have them send in stuff. I'm getting that high. But these always work better if you're riskier. And... oh, man, that's a T-spin setup, but it don't matter. Let's do this one. There we go. And always try to set up, when you're putting it in there, try to set everything up so that way the debris is always on the side. So if you notice, like, I always try to set it up so it still makes a trench. I'm misdropping a ton. I don't know which one you're even talking about. Let's see. How do I do this? That's not gonna work. This won't work either. This might work. There's a chance. No. Huh. There's a weird way of doing it where you spin the S in there, but I don't think I had it. Oh, I also did it like the wrong way. Alright, this is definitely one. Let's do something like this. Don't... oh, dang it. Whatever. Yeah, alright, I'll let you get to sleep. This is a fun little stream. I'm glad I did this. Did the thumbnail stream. And then played some Tetris. But I'll let you get to bed. I'm kind of tired too. But yeah, this was great. Let me see. Do I want to do more streaming? I feel like I should probably go to bed. It's always tricky. But I don't know. I definitely don't want to play Tetris though anymore. So I don't want to start another game. Man, Mere Power, I was playing a lot of Tetris, or not Tetris, I was playing a lot of chess games the other day. So I felt like some games were great and some games were not great, and I just ended up being at the same elo for like hours and hours of playing. Alright, see ya, Avocado Girl. But I think I'm going to call it for today too. I will see you guys in the future. And hope you guys had a great stream. Like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Follow on Twitch if you haven't yet. But yeah. Again, thank you, Pedro, for for following earlier. And I'm getting real close to being affiliated, so hopefully any day now I'll be there. But you guys have a wonderful time. You know, you said chess has been stagnant. I do want to say, like, so I went on chess.com on my phone and I went up like 300 elo on my 5 minute. And so I'm like, I'm the best at chess now. And then I went over and played on Lee Chess. And I like didn't go up at all. So I think I was just hadn't maxed out as much my skill, but anyway, I gotta go to bed. I'm falling asleep. So peace, guys.